What it do? It's your boy DOA back with another episode of Putting It Together. Today we talking about somebody who I'm not that fond of as a player, a student athlete, Carson Beck. And the reason why mainly is because y'all see that Bama, y'all see that big owl on that ceiling behind me. So I'm a Bama fan, and he was a Georgia quarterback. So simply because of that, you know what I'm saying? It's bad blood between us. But on top of it, to be honest, man, ever since I saw him, he just looked like a druggie to me, bruh. He looked like a little drug addict, little white boy to me. You know what I'm saying? It just kind of rubbed me the wrong way from the jump. But, you know, that's not what we kind of here to talk about today, because a lot of y'all might have seen at U of L, University of Louisville. Ooh, y'all see him on that license plate right there with my name on it. So I used to live in Louisville, and they went ahead and knocked them boys off, knocked Miami off they undefeated streak. So I guess you could say I was kind of happy. Not that I got anything against Miami as a school, as a program, but they just standing in the way. You know what I'm saying? A Bama getting them another piece of hardware. So it didn't bother me one bit that they got knocked off by U of L. Plus, I know Jeff Brom and the Brom family, man. They actually took a couple state championships from me in high school, with some expert coaching and some pretty great quarterback play, to be honest. So I already know that Jeff Brom has the potential to perform this type of exorcism on teams, you know what I'm saying, that's ranked. And he's showing it in the collegiate arena right now that he can do this. Cause my senior year, we played against he coached him, and his father coached his younger brother at a school called Trinity in Louisville. I went to Louisville Male, and my senior year, we played them for the state championship. We actually played them maybe 4 years straight, or maybe 3 out of the 4 years we played them for the championship. We won one while I was in high school, but this one they beat us in, and it was considered the best high school football game of all time. It was a crazy game. You can watch it on YouTube if you want to. Just put it in Louisville Male versus Louisville Trinity. But I have a high level of respect for the Browns as far as what they able to do on the coaching side and the quarterback side of the game. So, you know, it wasn't surprising to me that they knocked off Carson Beck in Miami. But what was interesting to me is how Carson Beck handled the pregame interview, which kind of lends to my initial feeling of not liking the guy. You know what I'm saying? So without further ado, we gonna go ahead and play this video so y'all can see, for those that haven't seen, how he responded during the post-game interview after throwing 4 interceptions and derailing a season.
Carson, obviously a tough game. What was Louisville doing that maybe made things more difficult for you? Obviously, with the interceptions, just what were they doing that made things difficult?
Yeah, the way that they lined up, they challenged us up front to try to stop the run, but play zone with eyes behind it. And again, they made some really good plays, but there's times where maybe I was a little too aggressive. And again, it's part of the game, but I have to protect the ball better. That can't happen. It's unacceptable. But again, credit to them. They made some really good plays and played really hard. But also at the same time, a lot of those mistakes were didn't have to happen.
So how difficult is it, just to operate the passing game when they're able to pretty much eliminate the run game?
It does make it more difficult for sure, but also there's a bunch of areas where we have to get better, right? And that starts with me. But again, whether that's me using my feet more when things are right there, whether that's me just taking the check down, which usually I do a good job at. But again, they line up and they played well, and you have to give credit to them. But there's a lot of stuff that we can fix and get better at.
Joining Carson, the last interception you guys were in field worry, just the balance of being aggressive, trying to go for the win, but also knowing where you guys are. What's that balance like there?
Yeah, I don't know. We called the play and they blitzed off the edge, and I'm hot, and I think there was a miscue or miscommunication of the play and the routes that were supposed to be run, and the guy was able to undercut it because we weren't in the right place. But it is what it is. Obviously, it's a tricky situation when you're in field goal range already, but we had a good play called. It just there was a miscommunication there. It's part of it.
Carson, on that last play, that last interception, were you not expecting that defender to be there? They're running that kind of sim pressure and you're popping out at the snap?
We have a perfect play for it. We had a miscommunication with the route and what we were doing. So, just ran the route wrong, and I went to go throw it because we're hot off of a pressure. And again, he made a good play on it. So, but it definitely didn't help that we ran the wrong play.
Carson, as you said, you maybe a little too aggressive at times. How much was that a factor of just getting down 14-0 early and feeling like you were playing catch up most of the game?
It's part of it, but there's a lot of football to be played when you're down 14 in the first quarter. And again, we had some of the shots. I mean, the first one, the kid made an unbelievable play. The second one, the ball just didn't come out good. He had it beat. And then third one, it's fourth down, and he's open. I just missed the throw, and then the last one it happened. So again, sometimes you got to take the check down when guys are going to just play zone, and but they also did.
So you saw him just ride that bus over his receiver, back it up, and roll over his receiver again. And another thing he did that I didn't like was he said the kid. He was like, the U of L dude, defensive back, made that good play. He said the kid made a good play. Nigga, who is you talking to? The kid. Like the boy or something. I guess he talking like that because he probably is about 25, 26 in comparison to these 18, 19, 20-year-olds he's playing against. But still, bro, it's kind of disrespectful that you call him the kid. You ain't Kirby Smart, nigga. You ain't old as Jeff Brom. Like, why are you even talking like that? You know what I'm saying? But he claims that the dude ran the wrong route, and that's why he threw that last pick. But the interesting thing is, and I did this with Lamar Jackson too, when he threw that pass to Mark Andrews, and Andrews dropped it, and the world came crashing down on Mark Andrews like he was the reason why the Ravens season stopped right there. But people failed to realize that the 3 interceptions that you threw before we even got to that position on the field is what got us in that hot ass water. That's what turned the team from the Hurricanes to the Miami Crawfish. He put them in that boiling pot of hot water, dog. That ain't nobody's fault but you. Talking about, oh, the ball came off my hand wrong and all this, bro. I think we gonna probably take a look at these 4 interceptions that Carson Beck threw, because it's not what he made it appear to be. Then this man, I was gonna talk about it, but this man make about $4 million a year, dude. To do this shit, dog, to throw pick after pick after pick, he's grossly overpaid, bro. And he's talking like he's a brat. Like, this is not gonna help the synergy of that locker room. When your fellow teammates see this interview, they gonna be pissed all over again. Cause your 3 picks, let's say dude did run a bad route. Bro, you threw 3 picks before this where niggas ran the routes that was called for them. You just didn't throw the ball right, or you didn't make the right read. So look, we gonna go through these real quick. Hopefully they don't copyright me. If they do, you just gonna get the commentary without the video. I might put some pictures up or something, but we gonna try to see if they copyright me or not. But here go the first pick right here.
C.J. Daniels. Back to throw again. Stepping up and now taking a deep shot, going for Tony.
Look at that. 1, 2, 3 Cardinals defenders around. Now, I know Tony is a great receiver, football player all around. But, bro, you throwing into triple coverage. Then you throw the shit short. So that's nobody's fault but your own right there. Like, nigga, this your fault.
And it's picked off. Intercepted by Antonio Watts.
Look at that. You got a dude at his feet, a dude that jumped past to intercept the ball, and another dude coming over the top, bro. You can't throw that ball like that. And if you gon' throw it, you better make for damn sure it's on point. You underthrew it, which gave the defender the perfect opportunity and ability to snag that shit out the air. So that's your fault. Wouldn't even be in the position that we are if it wasn't for your silly ass throws. Here go the next one.
Down to 3. Pump fake. Beck looking long. It's underthrown.
Now this one was a one-on-one pretty much. You had the safety coming out over the top for help, but it was a one-on-one play. You see Carson Beck pump fake, but the dude didn't go for the fake. It was a double move by the receiver, so he tried to pump fake and hold a DB, but dude didn't go for that shit. He kept running lock and step with him. Then you would have had to make a perfectly thrown ball to avoid it being intercepted. It was a very, very small window because dude didn't go for that fake. So when you saw, he could see better than us that the dude didn't bite on the fake. But you still threw it and you underthrew it. Once again, that's 2 underthrows.
And it's intercepted again, this time Jabari Mack. 2 interceptions in the last 2 possessions thrown by Carson Beck.
On the double move, he stays in perfect position outside, and as you put properly, slightly underthrown here by Carson Beck. And the second interception here in this first half for this Louisville defense.
And 5 interceptions now in the season for Beck. And if you go back to when he was at Georgia, when he was playing really well 2 years.
That's crazy. Let's get to the next one. There we go.
Run something for 6 or 7 yards to give you a manageable 4th down, or do you throw something to the sticks? Beck from the pocket, pump fake, now throws over the middle, through the hands of the receiver, and intercepted by JoJo Evans, the 3rd pick.
Bro, who you thought you was throwing that shit to? Randy Moss? Plexico Barris? My nigga, you threw that shit to the clouds. Overthrew. You didn't. It's 2 underthrows, 1 in the triple coverage. Now you overthrew the dude. Like, bro, you threw the game away. Now you talking about what I would have left that part out of my speech. He didn't run the right route. Man,
Run by Carson Beck.
you need to take that shit on the chin, man. And they call this one back.
There was a
That's
shot
crazy.
on Carson Beck, and the officials are having a conversation back at the 20-yard line.
Personal foul.
This one
Roughing
didn't
the
even
passer.
count.
Defense number 50. 15-yard penalty with an automatic first down.
There actually was not a flag. The officials were talking about it, and then they just made the call without dropping the flag. The penalty on Cleve Lubin. That's a huge break for Miami.
It shouldn't have been no flag to begin with,
I don't
They
know
gave
about
him
that.
another
Biggest
chance
play
and watch
of the
what he
game,
do.
biggest play of the season for Miami. Beck throwing downfield, intercepted, picked off at the 25-yard
What the
line.
hell happened right there?
It was JoJo Evans who got.
what happened right there, bro? I don't know if that was an overthrow or underthrow. Because he had a receiver 10 yards in front of that ball, and he had a receiver 10 yards behind where that ball dropped. You pretty much just threw it to U of L. Now, whose fault is that? Like, come on, man. Sometimes you got to just take it on the chin. When you didn't play like that, sometimes it's best not to even try to point out your receivers who's been out here busting their ass for you. Why drag somebody else into the fire? We all looking at the 3 picks that you threw justifiably. Really, you threw 5 picks, but they call one back. Like, come on, you can't play no more trash than that. Then you like the second highest player in college football under Arch Manning. High pay comes with high level of accountability. Don't bring bro in there. He probably ain't even getting a meal. He might be getting you getting $4 million plus a year, man. You and Arch Manning suck. You know what I'm saying? And suck the life out of the team when you making comments like this, man. It's crazy.
That one, and there's no flag this time. Watch the big man work inside. He's going to get the pressure. It's going to force the errant throw from Carson Beck. And a massive, massive interception for this Cards defense. Let's see if they run the ball and just try to take time.
Let's see this last one. Let's see if the dude ran the wrong route or if you just threw another bad ball like you've been doing all game.
2nd down and 8. Back to the sideline and staying in bounds close to the first down is Lyle. Would be about a 49-yard attempt from here for the Canes. And Beck will throw, gets rid of it quickly, and it is almost picked off. It is! It's intercepted! TJ Capers looked like it was tipped at the line, and Beck throws his 4th pick of the game, and that one was a killer.
You're going to see coming off the edge here. Looks like they got a hand on the football, deflects this pass. It's 27, JoJo Evans. That ball never.
Now, we saw the deflection for one, so you didn't really mention that. Like, they defense did a hell of a job defending whatever play y'all called. Then on top of it, where you threw the ball to, that defender was going to beat him to that spot regardless. I guess you thought it was going to be a hitch or a stop route or something like that. But to be honest, no matter what he ran, that defender was watching you, bruh. The defender had your number. He was watching your eyes, and your eyes led him straight to that ball where you threw it. So it really didn't really matter if his receiver didn't stop. He might have been able to bump into the dude to keep him from intercepting it. But I would dare to say he wasn't about to catch that on Brose. He wasn't about to catch that on him. Brose played that shit perfectly, and the ball was tipped on top of it. So, and because the ball was tipped, we really don't know where he was going. I can only assume it was finna be a hitch or a stop route right there. But to be honest, he might have did you a favor because you might have overthrew him again. You know what I'm saying? So it's just crazy, man. Like, I hate to see these entitled ass dudes who's really not finna be nothing past college, and the NIL is giving them the opportunity to gross a lot of funds that they really don't even deserve or need or respect, to be honest. Like, it's crazy. Like, him and Arch Manning is the 2 highest paid NIL students in college football. You know what I'm saying? And he's old, on top of it. So it's like, bro, we just paying him. What are you paying this dude for? To get in big games where he get challenged and to fall apart? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, his NFL stock dropped because people saw that he really wasn't all that Georgia had made him appear to be. So, I can't wait to see where he goes in the draft, or if he might end up going to a car dealership and being a damn car salesman like a lot of these dudes do post-college. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, kudos to Jeff Brom and the University of Louisville. Even though Jeff Brom is an arch nemesis of mine, I gotta, tip my hat to him, give credit where credit is due, because he know what he's doing as far as them X's and O's go on that football field. But man, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Body slam the comments. We gonna chop it up in that comment section. But as always, it's a pleasure to have y'all. Peace and love, love and light, wisdom and insight. DOA, putting shit together. To the next episode, y'all. Peace.